Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning and felt like the whole room was wrapped in fog? The clock numbers won't come into focus. The light from the window feels like it's stabbing straight through your eyelids, and it takes several long minutes before your vision finally catches up with the rest of you. If that sounds familiar, you are far from alone. This happens to a huge number of people over 60, and here's the part most people never hear. It is not simply something you have to accept as normal aging. That morning blur, the gritty dryness, the slow warm-up your eyes seem to need before they'll cooperate, these can all be signs that your eyes didn't get what they needed while you were asleep. Here's the good news. There is something simple you can do about it tonight, without pills, without eye drops, and without any complicated routine. I want to show you 3 ordinary foods most people already have in the kitchen that, eaten before bed, may help support your eyes' overnight hydration and repair process so you wake up seeing more clearly. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm Dr. James Revealio, and for over 30 years I've worked with older adults, watching small, simple changes, especially the ones made right before bed, add up to real improvements in how people feel when they wake up. If you're tired of being told that blurry morning vision is just something to live with, you're in the right place. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Because every week I share simple, practical ways to help your body stay strong and resilient as you age. Here's something worth understanding before we go any further. Your eyes are not idle organs that simply switch off the moment you close your eyelids. They are living tissue, wrapped in blood vessels, nerve endings, and delicate cells that never really stop working. While the rest of your body slows down for sleep, your eyes are quietly doing some of their most important repair work of the entire day. That means what you put into your body in the hour before bed can matter just as much, sometimes more than anything you do for your eyes during the daytime. Most people never think about this connection. They assume dry eyes, morning blur, or that gritty, tired feeling upon waking are simply part of getting older, something to grit your teeth through. But the truth is more hopeful than that. Your eyes respond to the raw materials you give them. And 3 ordinary foods you can find in almost any grocery store, may give your eyes exactly what they need to get through that overnight repair shift more effectively. Let's start with the first food, the one that gets things moving while you sleep. Food 1. Prunes. Most people think of prunes as nothing more than a digestive fix. But when it comes to your eyes, especially after 60, they may be doing quite a bit more than that. Your eyes rely on a network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries to carry oxygen and nutrients to the retina, the paper-thin, light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye where vision actually begins. Like any living tissue, the retina cannot repair or function well without a steady, reliable blood supply. Here's the problem. As we get older, those capillaries tend to grow narrower and stiffer. Conditions that are common in seniors, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, can make this worse. So even when you're eating well, those nutrients may struggle to reach the eyes at all. Picture trying to water a garden through a kinked hose. The water's there. It just can't get through. This is where prunes may help. Prunes are one of the richest food sources of vitamin K, a nutrient that plays a role in maintaining healthy blood vessels. Diets that support healthy circulation are one of the foundations of good eye health, according to the National Eye Institute, because nutrients like lutein and vitamin A are only useful if they can actually reach the retina. Prunes are also rich in potassium, which matters here too. While you sleep, pressure inside the eye can rise slightly, and in some older adults that pressure takes longer than it should to settle back down, which is part of why eyes can feel puffy, swollen, or foggy first thing in the morning. Potassium is one of the minerals your body uses to help regulate fluid balance, and diets adequate in potassium are generally recommended by eye care organizations, including the American Academy of Ophthalmology, as part of an overall approach to protecting long-term eye health, alongside regular screening for conditions like glaucoma. There's one more bonus most people miss. Prunes also contain small amounts of lutein and zeaxanthin, the same protective antioxidants found in leafy greens like spinach and kale. These pigments concentrate in the macula, the central part of the retina, where they act like a built-in pair of sunglasses, filtering harmful blue light and supporting sharper vision in low light. So when you eat prunes, you're not just supporting digestion. You may be helping clear the path so the nutrients your eyes need can actually get where they're going. I had a patient, 74 years old, who started eating 2 prunes before bed for 3 weeks. He told me, "My eyes don't feel foggy anymore. I wake up seeing clearly." That's not magic, that's circulation doing its job. If you'd like to try this yourself, look for unsweetened, unsulfured prunes, no added sugar, no preservatives. Eat 1 or 2 about 45 minutes to an hour before bed, either on their own or chopped into a bit of plain Greek yogurt. Prunes are also low on the glycemic index, meaning they're unlikely to spike your blood sugar overnight, and stable blood sugar matters here too, because swings in blood sugar can temporarily affect the shape of the eye's lens, contributing to that early morning blur. So don't just think digestion when you think of prunes anymore. Think of them as step 1 in helping your eyes rehydrate and wake up clearer. Food 2, pistachios. Now that prunes have helped open the path for circulation, your eyes are finally in a better position to receive the nutrients they need. But there's a second challenge. How do we protect those nutrients and the delicate cells of the retina while you sleep? Here's the truth. Your eyes don't clock out at night. Even with your eyelids closed, the retina stays busy processing the day's light exposure and rebuilding key proteins, including rhodopsin, which is essential for low-light vision. That overnight repair work naturally produces some oxidative stress, small amounts of cellular wear and tear. Over time, unchecked oxidative stress is one of the contributing factors researchers associate with age-related eye conditions like macular degeneration. So, we need something that quietly stands guard while you sleep. That's where pistachios come in. Pistachios are one of the more eye-friendly nuts you can eat, largely because of their vitamin E content, a fat-soluble antioxidant that becomes part of the membranes of your eye's light-detecting cells, the rods and cones, where it helps neutralize oxidative stress. Multiple long-term nutrition studies, including the landmark AREDS-2, research funded by the National Eye Institute, have found that antioxidant nutrients like vitamin E, taken as part of a balanced diet, are associated with a slower rate of progression in certain forms of macular degeneration. Pistachios also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, just like prunes do, adding another layer of macular protection, helping filter blue light and reduce glare, which can be especially noticeable at night or under artificial lighting. I had a patient, Linda, 68, who told me, "My eyes feel dry in the morning, and night driving is a nightmare. The glare makes it impossible." We added 6 pistachios to her bedtime routine about 30 minutes before sleep. 2 weeks later, she said, "My eyes aren't scratchy anymore. I drove home from book club without squinting." If you'd like to try this, choose unsalted, raw, or dry roasted pistachios. Eat 5 to 7 about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. If nuts are hard on your digestion at night, pair them with a small spoonful of plain yogurt or a few kiwi slices for extra vitamin C and hydration. Try to avoid pairing pistachios with salty snacks or caffeine before bed, since both can work against their calming effect. So now we have 2 layers in place. Prunes open the road, and pistachios help guard it. Your retina gets support, your optic nerve gets support, and your body gets a gentle signal that it's time to rest and repair. It's worth noting that pistachios are also naturally rich in healthy unsaturated fats, which help your body absorb fat-soluble nutrients like vitamin E and lutein more efficiently. In other words, pairing pistachios with the other foods in this routine isn't just convenient. It may actually help your body make better use of everything else you're eating that evening. Food 3, chia seeds. We've cleared the path with prunes and added protection with pistachios. Now for the final piece, rebuilding. Protection alone isn't enough. Your eyes also need raw materials to actually rebuild worn tissue, restore hydration, and keep the eye's structures clear and comfortable. That's where chia seeds come in. These tiny seeds are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, a type of fat your body can use to help maintain the flexibility of cell membranes, including those in the retina. As we age, those membranes naturally lose some of their flexibility, which is part of why dry eyes, slower focusing, and light sensitivity upon waking become more common. Omega-3 fatty acids are also recommended by organizations like the American Academy of Ophthalmology as part of a diet that supports healthy tear film and helps ease symptoms of dry eye, which is extremely common in older adults. Chia seeds have another quiet benefit. When soaked in water, they form a soft gel that slows digestion and supports steady hydration overnight, which may, in turn, support the health of the eye's own tear glands, helping eyes feel less gritty and dry upon waking. Chia seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses in the production of melatonin, supporting the same, deeper, more restorative sleep that gives your eyes time to repair. I had a patient, Mr. Alvarez, 71, who started eating soaked chia with banana and cinnamon about an hour before bed. After 2 weeks, he told me, "I'm not waking up with dry eyes anymore. They feel calm, not tight." If you'd like to try it, mix 1 tablespoon of chia seeds into a small glass of water or almond milk and let it sit 20 to 30 minutes until it forms a gel. Enjoy it as is, or stir in banana slices, a pinch of cinnamon, or even a chopped prune to combine the benefits. If soaking feels like too much effort, sprinkling dry chia seeds over a spoonful of plain yogurt works too, though the hydrating gel effect will be stronger when soaked first. Chia seeds are also a modest source of plant-based calcium and phosphorus, 2 minerals involved in nerve signaling throughout the body, including the optic nerve, which carries visual information from your eye to your brain. It's a small piece of the puzzle, but every piece matters when you're trying to give your eyes everything they need overnight. Prunes open the road, pistachios guard the path. Chia seeds help supply the materials your eyes need to rebuild. It isn't magic. It's nutrition, timing, and giving your body what it needs, right when it needs it. Putting it all together. By now you've seen how each of these foods plays its own role. Prunes help nutrients reach your eyes, pistachios help guard the retina overnight, and chia seeds help supply what your body needs to rebuild. But here's the real value. They work even better together, as a small, calming bedtime ritual, and the whole thing takes less than 5 minutes. Here's how I recommend building it into your evening. After dinner, during a quiet moment before bed, take a small dish and add 2 prunes. Beside them, place 5 or 6 unsalted pistachios. Then prepare a small serving of chia seeds soaked ahead of time if you can, or mixed fresh into a bit of almond milk and given at least 20 minutes to soften. You can eat the 3 separately, or combine them into a small bowl of plain yogurt with banana slices or a pinch of cinnamon if you like. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Try to have this combination about 45 to 60 minutes before bed, ideally without screens, without rushing. Some of my patients like to pair it with a cup of chamomile tea or warm lemon water, not for extra nutrients, but because it gives the body a clear signal that it's time to slow down. You don't need to do this every single night, but doing it most nights, especially when your eyes feel tired, dry, or foggy, can make a real difference over time. Some patients swap in a medjool date instead of a prune now and then, or use kiwi instead of banana for extra vitamin C. That's perfectly fine. What matters is the rhythm and the intention behind it. Aging doesn't mean losing control of your health. It means learning to support your body in smarter, kinder ways. Small, steady choices made consistently often do more for how you feel than any dramatic overhaul ever could. And I want to be honest with you about something. No single food and no single bedtime ritual is a substitute for regular eye exams. If you're noticing persistent blurriness, sudden changes in vision, eye pain, or flashes of light, please don't wait to talk to your eye doctor. Nutrition can support the healthy function of your eyes, but it works best alongside regular checkups, not instead of them. Think of this routine as one more tool in your toolbox, not a replacement for professional care. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you genuinely for taking the time to care about your health and your future. If it gave you something useful, I'd appreciate a like, and please share it with someone who could use a gentle reminder that feeling better is still possible. Leave a comment and tell me how your eyes have been feeling. I'd love to hear from you. And if you haven't already, subscribe, because every week I share practical, natural ways to support your health. Until next time, I'm Dr. James Revealio. Here's to calm nights, clear mornings, and eyes that keep serving you well day after day.